Best
Uh,
publisher. That's a tough one, isn't it?
I'll pass on that one.
Yeah.
I'm not really too keen on
Do
that.
do I have one? Konami, clearly. No, I don't know, man. Best publisher, that is tough. I don't think I had one this year.
I would give it
Um,
Sony Computer Entertainment for the first
yeah,
party game.
I would. Yeah,
That would
I
have
would.
to be
I think so. I think yeah. I think Sony would be.
with Microsoft Studios coming.
Actually,
Uh,
you know what, dude? No, I'm gonna give it to Microsoft because they have
oh,
greatest Xbox lineup of all time. I think they published most of the games that were released. I
yeah.
know they published Rise of the Tomb Raider. I think they published
Gears of
Halo
War would have
5.
been
Yeah,
Forza. Yeah,
Gears of War.
they're all.
So I'm gonna have to give it to them, dude. Because you know what it is, man. Not only did they published all these games, and they did it with so much joy. Like they were so proud of their lineup. They fucking talked about it so much it became like almost annoying. Like like we get it, it's your fucking best lineup. Just shut up. But like they were so happy about it. They were really proud of their lineup, and it wasn't shit that they made only. It was other people, like Rise, for example. That's Square, man. Like that's or Eidos or whatever. Like that's not Microsoft. So yeah, I think that would be fair. Best publisher, Microsoft. I mean, they kicked some ass this year, and they took some names
Oh,
too.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. But yeah, I'd
Um,
have to give it to Sony. Until Dawn, Bloodborne.
I'll give. Let's get the portables out of the way because I know
Yeah, this is all you, Chris. I'm
Yeah.
gonna step
So
back, let you play your PS Vita.
oh yeah, let's get best. You want me to tell you Vita, my best Vita game? I'll tell you what it is.
Was there a game on
nothing.
Vita?
Nothing. I didn't buy anything on Vita this year, dude. The only game I wanted to buy on Vita was Persona 4 Dancing All Night, and I didn't buy it. So I guess theoretically that's my Vita game, even though I never played it. So no, I have nothing. Vita's dead, man. I didn't play shit this year on it, so I have no win. I can't say anything. Great remote play though on Phantom Pain. That was pretty cool. Best 3DS game. I only bought one 3DS game this year, and that was The Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask 3D, and it was fucking awesome. So that is my best 3DS game. And mind you, I'm limited from what I can afford to play. So Nintendo wants to send me free games, I'd be more than willing to play it and give my thoughts on it. But Majora's Mask 3D, that was my 3DS game of the year. Like I mentioned earlier, it was so great. So that's the portables out of the way. Like I don't have a best mobile game either. I don't play mobile games. So
Best multiplayer. What's your favorite multiplayer?
Oh, dude, without a doubt, Battlefront. Like I had such a blast playing that.
Mm-hmm. That's a good choice.
I had to say though, I had to give Star Wars Battlefront is my best multiplayer game, but I have to give major props to two games, Halo 5 and Gears of War. Gears of War because that was just it was really well done, really well recreated, and Halo 5 because Halo 5, dude. That I hated the story in that game, but the mechanics and the gameplay of that game are out of this world. It's so refined. I know a lot of people hated it. Actually, some people complained and thought it was bad, but I thought the gameplay was excellent and the multiplayer was really good too. But I didn't dig on the story though. So
yeah, Gears Ultimate Edition is my best multiplayer. I think there's never been a game that's rekindled my nostalgia and really done one of the best jobs I've ever seen on polishing a game up for the present day. Like it is just so fantastic. I think I have problems with the map rotation system. I think it's terrible because I seem to get the same fucking maps all the time and never get the classics either.
You had
it's just kind of like
you had Rise of the Tomb Raider like shrink wrapped for like weeks because you were playing Gears so much.
I do. That's why I don't play Sleeping Dogs. I play about 30 minutes of Sleeping Dogs. I'm up till 4 o'clock in the morning playing Gears of War Ultimate Edition. I'm so fucking. I'm like a fucking heroin addict at the moment with Gears of War. Like it's just one of those things. I'm like, want to get hard. It's like,
dude,
just sit there playing it.
You've gotten your money worth though. You've gotten your money's worth big time though. The amount of gameplay you've and it's a $40 game too. So you really.
I'm ranked 90 at the minute out of 100. I bought this game at the beginning of. No, it was mid-November. I bought it. I think it was mid-November. I bought it.
Yeah.
And I think I've amassed almost 3,000 kills online, which kind of says how much I've been playing it like non-stop. I absolutely fucking adore it. Like I've never gone into Gears of War with more hope for this franchise than ever with fucking Rod Ferguson and the coalition behind it. 'Cause it just looks like one of the I'm getting shivers, but that Gears of War edition is spot on. My multiplayer game of the year. I think it's fantastic. It's what Xbox needs for keeping people online.
Yeah. Dude, what about this? Is one that we kind of alluded to earlier this year in one of the spoiler casts. What was your favorite, your best story in a video game this year? Because I'll tell you, mine right now was Tales from the Borderlands.
Life is Strange.
Yeah, I think so, dude. You really talked about that a lot.
I'd give it to Life is Strange. Metal Gear's close second to it.
Right.
Even though, not in a comparison, because I was playing Metal Gear Annihilator. But I mean, like, for what it was, the story it was telling, I think it was a journey, and it's what episodic genre is completely. It was a tale of someone I was very interested in. Again, nostalgia is a very important theme in almost any video game. It rekindled that for me, and it kind of like this experience, which was like it just felt memorable. It was warming. It triggered emotions. It had great themes and coursing through all of its story points. It was a perfect game by any stretch of the imagination, but I definitely loved every minute that I played of it.
Yeah. For me, dude, Tales from the Borderlands, which I won't get into too much because we did a whole spoiler cast series on that, which we're plugging so much in this episode, but you guys should definitely check it out. It was a great.
You guys know we do a spoiler cast? Yeah.
But yeah, we did it on, I think it was episodes 2 through 5. We didn't do first one, but we talked about it, so it's covered. But yeah, Tales was just so great, man. It really felt like and remember, I'm limited by what I played this year, but Tales was just so fun because that game felt like a fucking Indiana Jones movie. Like that kind of like, serial adventure, but it was smart at the same time. And it was like I was getting to a point where I was getting really tired with Telltale. Like, I really like Telltale. I think the stories they do are great. I think everything is just phenomenal with how they do stuff. But there was a point where I was like, man, a lot of these like moody games and shit, I'm just getting tired of it. But Tales like breathed so much life into like that type of game style or whatever. And I'm actually kind of bummed out that they announced a Game of Thrones season 2 and not a Tales season 2. I hope it sold well because it's seriously phenomenal. If you guys have not, I think it's like $20. It might even be cheaper because it's probably on sale. But pick up Tales from the Borderlands. Like, even if this is coming from a guy that I don't like the Borderland games. I played the first one. It just wasn't my thing. I don't like them. I love Tales from the Borderlands, and it's so accessible. Even if you don't know that universe, it's super accessible. It totally works, and the story's great. I mean, dude, I fucking cried at one of. There's a character that I won't say who it is, but that dies in the game, and I fucking cried when he died. I have not cried in a video game. I don't remember the last time I teared up in a video game. I think it was when the boss. Oh, I think it was in Peace Walker when the Robo boss sacrifices itself.
Do you know how many times we've spoiled so many fucking games in this?
Oh.
We've spoiled so many games in this podcast.
Peace Walker
I'm so sorry.
Peace Walker came out 5 years ago. If you haven't played
we've ruined Batman. We've ruined so many.
Oh, Batman. Well, yeah, fuck, that's true. Well, we didn't say the ending. We didn't say who the Arkham Knight is, and we so we just talked about a couple stuff, but yeah, Tales was just so delightful. Like, God, that game was so great. I'm actually gonna replay it on my YouTube channel in the near future, but probably in 2016. I'll get around to replaying it again.
I have 2 more categories. One will close out the show.
Okay.
But my next one, probably my final one, which I can honestly say off the top of my head, will be Best Actor.
Best Actor.
Actor encompasses women as well.
Right.
I don't want to this category. I fucking hate when people do that.
Oh yeah.
Actor defines both male and female.
Man, that is a tough one.
Give me a 2, second, and then first place.
Fuck, that is tough. Okay.
Let me go first.
I'm gonna say my number 1.
No, number 2 first.
Oh, number 2 first. This is tough. Dude, you know what? I will go with
Troy Baker.
No, my number 2 would actually be Camila Luddington, Rise of the Tomb Raider. Yeah. She was the best thing of that game. That game had so many uninteresting characters, and she was the most interesting. She made Lara so cool again,
Yeah, definitely agree with that. That's a good choice.
Yeah, and plus, my God, like the new way. I know we mentioned this in the spoiler cast, but the new facial technology still amazes me how they did that. She's so great and she's so underrated. Like I was really bummed out. Dude, number 1, fuck, that is tough. It's probably from the Phantom Pain, and it's either I'm gonna have to give it to Kaz. Yeah, because I forgot the actor again. It's
Robert Atkins Downs.
yeah, Robert Atkins Downs. Dude, he was like now listen, I had issues with the storytelling of the character Kaz, but the acting range, he goes from silly like the hamburger stuff to like
Hey, there's nothing about perfecting the perfect hamburger, Chris. I don't know what you're on about here.
well, you know what I mean. That's
Kazuhiro
super.
Miller
That's
is trying to tell you how to make the perfect hamburger. He's got a point.
It's just such Japanese humor. So like he really translated
fantastic.
that well. And there are like so many lines like "Why do we suffer?" You know, like lines like that. And just the fact that I remember the actor even jokingly said, "You're gonna get so fucking tired of my voice hearing it in the game." I never got tired of it. He could deliver boring like Snake. We have a guy. You know, or are you full tilting him too? What is it? You're getting him too? Like stuff like that.
Yeah,
He does it all so well, like everything. So, and man, I'm kind of on the spot here, but yeah, if I had to say, I would say best actor was Robert Atkins Downs as Kaz. Man, he was so fucking great. Again, limited by what I've played, but I would say that. Yeah.
yeah. Good choices. Good choices.
Thank you.
Ooh, I'm now on the spot because I've started fiddling my choices around now.
Fiddling.
Fiddler. It's the fiddler.
Fiddler
Right.
on the
So, number 2
okay.
would have to be Gortys from Tales from the Borderlands.
Oh, she was great.
I've never enjoyed Ashley Johnson's voice acting anymore up to that point with Gortys. I think Gortys was one of the best characters introduced in 2015. And I can't believe people don't sing her praises anymore because I think that character is just
she was so cute, man. Like so delightful. Whenever she's confused,
even more charming than Ellie, and Ellie was like a huge, great character for The Last of Us.
And that's saying a lot to just say like if you need charm, hire Ashley Johnson. That's saying a lot. Like, not to say that she's typecast, because she has such a range of emotions, and I've seen her live action work too. She's a fantastic actor and a fantastic voice actor. But yeah, she just like made this machine so likable. Even when it was a giant, spoilers, when it's a fucking giant at the end of the game, she's like, no, like such a fucking cute voice, and it has so much personality in it. Dude, excellent choice. I actually forgot about Gortys.
Honorable mention to Kazuhiro Miller, Robert Atkins Downs. I think, what an actor! Honestly, that guy was just like he was delivering a Hollywood performance. If anything,
you mentioned me too. Are you mentioning me too?
Oh, I mentioned you.
that's what you would say. You're mentioning me too. All
right. Generally, I thought he was great moment. But my number one. At one point, it was Ashley Birch. I'll let you know that it was Ashley Birch for Life is Strange, but I kind of changed that.
She's great.
I'm gonna go with Camilla Luddington for Rise of the Tomb Raider because I think there was never a moment where I feel like a heroine, one of the most iconic heroines, to come back to life under her presence. I feel like this is kind of like the mantle of Linda Hamilton passing to Lena Headey for Sarah Connor, and kind of one of the greatest moments of any iconic female characters kind of grace the screens of any medium, and someone to take the mantle, kind of as Mads Mikkelsen did with Hannibal Lecter with from Anthony Hopkins, for a male character. This was one of the things where I feel like Camilla Luddington has solidified herself as Lara Croft now. She can easily step out the shadow from Angelina Jolie and anyone who's preceded. I feel like she's put her own twist on Lara. I think her acting is brilliant. Her range is phenomenal. Very weak writing in Tomb Raider, which is made better because of her acting. She is by far the character. She's supporting the supporting cast because, as you said, they're not really too engaging or relevant. But yeah, she makes this kind of entire. There's this want and desire to understand who Lara is. I feel like obviously my expectation different. Obviously, what I wanted this kind of idea of Rise of the Tomb Raider to explore her, kind of her mental state and everything else isn't really explored. But I feel like that's one thing I'd love for a game to explore because I feel like her acting would just knock out the ballpark, and I feel like she's been really overlooked this year for Rise. I feel like it's just been almost criminally people can't see what she's done.
Dude, she easily carried that entire game. without a doubt.
Yeah,
I mean, that
easily.
was, yeah, that I have to say, story-wise, I mean, we mentioned all this before, but I was very disappointed story-wise. But man, she just really carried that game so well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely, I agree.
It's definitely the hardest topic. I think it's one of
Yeah.
the even more game. Yeah, I think it's very hard to distinguish that one.
What's the final one?
Do you not have another one by any chance?
Do I have a number? No, I don't have any more.
This isn't really an award, but it's more about a kind of thing. Most anticipated game of 2016,
Oh, most anticipated. Ooh.
or kind of like in the kind of an award thing, the one that sold you already.
Right. Fuck.
Again,
Well,
I'll give you two choices: second place and then a first place. I feel like these awards are kind of harder to do because there's so many
okay.
major
Well,
choices.
I'm gonna say what's confirmed because right now my most anticipated game is Detroit Become Human, but that's not confirmed for next year, so I can't
Yeah.
say.
I don't think it's going to hit 2016 either. I think it'll be
Yeah.
2017.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, they just announced it. For okay, my two most anticipated game. My number two. Fuck. Assuming it's not delayed, I'm gonna go with. Oh man, this is tough. I'm looking through my list right now, and I'm seeing. You know what, dude? Assuming it's not delayed, I'm gonna go with Final Fantasy 15 because
Ooh, very interesting.
I'm fairly as my number two. I'm fairly certain it's coming out next year, and here's the reason I'm excited for it, and it's my number two. Because it's a return to form, supposedly. This is like Final Fantasy has been gone for a while. 14 was an MMO. 13, I know some people got disappointed, in it.
We have a very similar taste because we actually like those.
Yeah,
That's like...
I thought they were great, but but still, 15 seems to be the crowd pleaser, and it's been in development for such a long time. As 13. What was it? 13. What was it originally called before they changed it to 15?
13 verses. Final Fantasy 13 verses.
13 verses. So it's been in development as 13 verses for a while, and now it's being changed to 15. I'm super excited for it. It just looks like next gen Final Fantasy. It reminds me of like when we were younger, and they would be like, remember like when they showed Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within and the movie, and it turned out it sucked. The movie was terrible, but we would look at that and we're like, graphically that is phenomenal, and like I can't wait for games to look like that. They now look like that, so it's like I can't wait to see that. It's like a childhood fantasy coming true. So that's my number two. My number one, dude, I would have to say is Uncharted 4. Which I know is kind of like, it's a bit of a weak choice because there's other games like Gears of War if it comes out, or Mass Effect if it comes out. But yeah, Uncharted 4 I would say only because I like Drake, dude. I really like adventure games. I like I like the Uncharted series better than The Last of Us, which I know is blasphemy for some people, but I just have more fun playing those games. And 3 was kind of disappointing. 2 is a fucking great game. 1 was meh. And actually 1 is a terrible game. I replayed it recently. It's so fucking bad. People just forget how bad it is. And 3 was just like mediocre. It was like okay, but not that good. 4 looks like a return to form. It looks like it could be something cool. It could be more of the same shit, because I think I don't know. I don't really like the mentality of Naughty Dog these days, but I'm looking forward to it. I think visually it's one of the best looking games of next year, and I love Nolan North so much, so I can't wait to see his supposed final outing as Nathan Drake.
That's that Nolan North.
Yeah, dude, that North. But yeah, those are my two. And again, you have to take in consideration there might be surprise announcements coming out next year, and on top of that, we don't know what's going to be pushed back. Like, I really think Mass Effect and Gears of War are being pushed back. Those games those games are so not coming out next year. Maybe even Final Fantasy, but I don't know.
I think Final Fantasy. Right. So my second one's Horizon Zero Dawn.
Right.
That game was game of the show at E3. Fuck me, that game. It's just I'm sold on that game as soon as I saw it. I thought it was amazing, and I'll get more meaty into it another time. But number one is Gears of War 4.
Gears of War 4? Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to hit its Q4 2016 target. Definitely sure about that. It'll hit the same period where Halo... Yeah, because they've already got an open beta scheduled for spring.
That's true.
with the Ultimate Edition if you own it, which I do now, and I'll be able to play the Gears of War for a bit. Yeah,
I hope it
more
does.
Gears of War in my life, kind of like just there with my controller grip in my hand, like
As if you needed it.
And then I think it will definitely hit that target. I think they are ready more than anything, Coalition, when they showed it off. I think it that was what they were showing off, like the first in-game play, because they didn't show any teasers off for it. Because remember last year where I was like, oh, maybe they'll show a teaser off or something, they have to be ready to show. They showed in-engine footage off from Gears of War, which says it is very much into its like final crunch period where like when they hit probably like May, they'll put the gears. Sorry, pun intended. Gears into like full motion and like just get towards like the finish line. I do think that I think that will be like the Microsoft's big moment for 2016 because it'll be like this is our big game for the holiday season. I think that I'm going to kind of make a bold prediction that they'll kind of switch from Halo being the flagship series to Gears of War, because I think Gears of War is kind of like almost having a renaissance with Gears 4. Even though I'm not playing, I'm kind of saying it in the sense that it's kind of like this kind of new birth for it, and direction after Gears of War Judgment's awful destruction of that series. So yeah, I'm so hyped for Gears of War 4. I've never been more kind of engrossed in multiplayer since I got the Ultimate Edition. I just feel like I've gone back, quote, to form, whatever you want to call it. Like, I'm absolutely
back
ecstatic.
To formula.
Back to formula. you see Rod Ferguson grabbing Phil Spencer. Back to formula.
Throws him out the window.
Yeah. Just gets on his glider. Cliffy me!
Finish it! No! Finish it! He comes back and does Gears.
But yeah, Chris, I think that's it for me for 2015.
Yeah, I think that was a great year. Great year. And thank you guys, by the way, for joining us, generally speaking, this whole year. And we're hoping to bring you guys some cool stuff next year in 2016. And who knows who knows what the future holds. I mean, I can't believe we've been doing this show for so long as it is. So we'll see. We'll see what 2016 is going to do. I know we got some cool stuff planned for next week, so I'll leave it at that. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so that's it for this week's episode and 2015's final episode. Be sure to follow the Gamer Headlines Show on Twitter at TGH Show and like our official Facebook page, The Gamer Headlines Show, for up-to-date episodes from Gamer Headlines' official podcast. Additionally, The Gamer Headlines Show can be found on Podbean, Stitcher, iTunes, YouTube, and, of course, right here at GamerHeadlines.com. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week and next year.
Have a fun New Year's, guys. Don't drink and drive. Don't do it. Don't. Just eat some more bread and chill for a little bit and then just wait. Or get someone to drive you. Or don't even drive. Just walk home. Don't come in a car. Take an Uber. I hear that's popular. All right, we'll end it here.